Moms, what puts you in a good mood? Coffee, wine, a good hair day. This. Why is this so satisfying? Laughter. All right, stop. This is serious business. We're trying to change people's lives here. Hi friends, it's the Life Coach Mom with another episode of SOS for the MOM. Today I'm talking about the one major thing that I think we should be making a habit as moms. And not just as moms, but as people. And the number one habit is to be in the habit of creating good habits in general. Overall, for yourself, for your home, in your relationships. Good habits are the key to a good life, to a quality life. And the more good habits you have, the less time you have for the bad habits. And why else is creating good habits a good habit? Because when we're honest with ourselves about the not so good habits, there's room for improvement and self-discipline. And self-discipline is the answer to unlocking all sorts of things, all good things in your life. And we do this with our kids all the time. We're telling our kids, eat your vegetables. Why? Because we're trying to get them to establish a good eating habit. What else do we do for our kids? Well, we establish bedtimes. We tell them to brush their teeth, to floss their teeth, if they want to keep them. We go out of our way to instill in them good nutrition, healthy sleep, good hygiene. These are great small disciplines that lead to bigger disciplines. And we too can start this habit today of creating good, healthy, smaller habits. The two new disciplines that I've recently started in my own life is making my bed first thing when I get up in the morning, and the other thing is intermittent fasting. Now, is there something inherently wrong with not making your bed? Of course not. But is it better to make your bed? Well, in my opinion, it is. If I've decided that making my bed is important to me, well, the fact that I do it the first thing in the morning, it's a quick win. And because I've attached being productive to that one task, I'm already setting myself up to win. When I make my bed, I can check it off the list, and it sets me up for success because I feel accomplished and I feel satisfied with the thing I said I was gonna do. Like I said, making my bed is a small discipline, but over time, as I'm developing a habit, stacking these smaller disciplines, they're naturally going to lead to bigger disciplines. Moving on to my second example of intermittent fasting, which basically means I'm going to restrict my eating into a smaller window of time during the day. Why would I do that? Why would anybody do that? Well, as you know, for a while there, we had a lot of time on our hands being home and a whole lot of snacks, and that's not a good combination. What I found is I developed a habit of eating whatever, whenever. So I asked myself, I wonder what would it look like if I showed some self-discipline in this area? If I was more intentional about what I ate and when I ate it. I wonder what that would do for me. I basically became curious. Is this an area that I can show and master some self-control? And you know what? I showed myself I could. And that feels good. What the fasting helped me do is to discipline myself to only eat during a certain window of the day. And it showed me that I do have control over what I eat. My food doesn't control me. I have control over my food. For those of you who are just starting out, let me leave you with these two tips. If you're wondering, where do you start? Start anywhere. What you start with is not as important as the fact that you start. So start somewhere. Start small and decide you are going to commit to it. You're going to keep at it and you're going to continue doing it whether you feel like it or not. Because self-discipline isn't about our feelings. It's about following through with something you know that is good for you. The second tip is to get curious, and you can use this prompt. What would it look like if fill in the blank? So what would it look like if you didn't let the mail stack up? What would it look like if you cleaned your purse out every day? Or every week? What would it look like
if you wash the dishes on the spot to keep your car clean, keep up with the bills, were on time, got ready first thing in the morning, ate an apple a day, walked for 20 minutes every day, drank a gallon of water every day?
My encouragement to you is to find something to exercise self-control over, because when you do, and the more you do that by creating good habits, you're contributing to your overall wellness. When you decide you're going to do more good things, you're making more space for the good and less space for those bad habits. So look around and maybe look with fresh eyes. Pick one thing, one small thing that you can start this week. Like I said, having good small habits will naturally lead to bigger good habits. As I make my bed more and more, that leads me to start noticing when things are on the floor and not picked up, which leads me to pick those things up, which then leads me not to leave messy spaces messy for too long, which then leads me to notice more and more things, which I know can seem a little bit overwhelming at first. But the truth is, the more areas that you're willing to see and tend to, the better habits you'll develop over time. Good habits are ultimately good for you. So that's it, my friends. The number one habit that I recommend is to create more good habits. Make space for the good habit so you naturally have less space for the bad habit. Now it's your turn. Would you share with me a new discipline that you're thinking of reaching for? Let me know in the chat box below. I'll see you next time. Oh.